Hey, hello, hi, welcome to my YouTube channel Tech Grantha. So today we are going to discuss the load runner interview question session because most of the videos session we covered on about the load runner things. We discussed about the what is the performance testing, what is the load runner tool, those all information which we already covered. And if anyone missed the previous videos lecture, so just go and watch on the playlist. Already I discussed the all entire load runner session things, whatever was required for that tool. So after that, we need to discuss about what is the interview question the interviewer can ask to us. So there I am going to discuss about the 15 some questions. And if anyone have any doubt about the load runner tool, any of the other interview questions, so just please drop the message on the comment box. I will reply you as soon as possible and I will clear your doubt also. Okay, let's begin start. So first, what is the load runner? So the load runner is a performance testing tool which simulates the real world load on the application and validate the performance. So what does that mean? If whenever the interview question asks about the what is the load runner, so only we need to tell it is the performance testing tool which always simulate it will behave like the real world of the application, and we are doing some performance analysis on that using that particular tool. Okay, then the next question is what is the component of the load runner tool, which is the most important question, and 99% the interview will definitely will ask the question. So there is the four component is there. First is the view gen, then controller, then load generator, and then analysis. So whenever we are installing our load runner tool also, so everyone know the three components we are able to see. So what is the Vuegen? So Vuegen we are using for our scripting enhancement, recording the scripts. For those purpose we are using the Vuegen. Second component we are using the controller, yeah, performance center, where we are going to create our scenario and execute the script, and then we are doing the putting the some load on your our controller. Then is the load generator. So load generator is like where the virtual load will be on the application. Okay, then the last is the analysis. So once our test will be complete, so for doing the analysis part we are using the analysis component on the load runner tool. Okay, so next question number 3. So the question number 3 is there, does load runner require a license to the load test? So the answer is yes, definitely it is required, because the load runner by default will provide to us only the 50 users, but whenever you want more number of users and more some different protocol, definitely we need the license for that tool. Okay, then the question number 4, what is the steps required to load a script on the Vuegen? So what the steps we need to do? So the simple the script steps we need to do: first we need to select like which protocol our application support. Then second we need to tell the record the script. Then we need to do the enhancement. Then we need to do the replay of the scripts, like our script is working fine there or not. Okay, now next, what is the okay, next question is what is the different section of the Vuegen scripts? So whenever you are seeing your Vuegen script, so you are seeing the Vuegen init, then you are seeing the Vuegen action, then is a user end. So those are the three major things which we are seeing under the Vuegen script. Okay, next question number 6. So question number 6 is the pacing. What is the pacing? This is the most important question. Every interview definitely will ask you. So what is the pacing? Pacing is the wait time between two iterations. What the mean of that? Suppose you are going to execute your script for the 2 times. So what is the time duration it is taking for the one iteration? One step has been completed, then second times when it will start from the beginning. So what is the time taking between the both iteration? That is known as the pacing. The next, what is the think time? So think time is nothing else like how much time it is taking between two transactions. Like, yeah, you can say like how much time it is taking on the each request. That is known as a think time. Okay, now next question, what is the ramp up and ramp down time? Okay, so the ramp up and ramp down will decide how many users you need to add and how it should go there. So suppose ramp up in the sense, suppose we have the 5 user per 10 second we decided. So what it will do, each 5 out of 5 user, one user will go 10 seconds, then second user will go on the another 10 seconds. So that is known as a ramp up. And the same thing is a ramp down in the sense like 20 users per 5 seconds. Yani every 5 seconds the 20 users will be go on the ramp down. Okay. Now next question number 9. So what is the question number 9? How many type of the validation we can do on our script level? Okay, so there is a two type of the checkpoint we are giving. First we are giving the text checkpoint, and second we are giving the image checkpoint. So text checkpoint we clearly discuss on our video session where we put the webreck find, and we given the some, and I told you also like we need to give the text slash IC, so when it will be in ignore your case sensitive activity also. Okay, then now next question is what is the performance testing. So the performance testing is done to evaluate your application performance, how it will behave under the load, how the response time is behaving whenever we are putting our load on your application. That is known as a performance testing only. Okay, sorry, that question has been repeated again. So the next question, we'll see question number 12. So question number 12 is the what is the parameterization in the scripts. Yeah, how we can identify which value we need to do the parameterization. So the simple thing is that replacing the hard coded value in the script is known as a parameterization. So whatever the value is entered by the user, that is known as a parameterization. Okay, next question number 13. How is the Vue.js script modify after the recording? Like what the other information we need to do when our scripting will be done from the recording level, what the other things we need to do. So after that we need to put the some transactions on the each request, then we need to do the parameterization, then we need to do the correlation, and then we need to put the valid checkpoint. So those all four things we need to do each and every script. Okay, now question number 14. How do you enable the text check and image check in Vusion? So suppose whenever you want to do the validation for the image check, so what you need to do, go on the runtime settings, under the preferences you need to click on the enable the image and text check box, then you can get only the image checkpoint validation. Now the last question of that session, what is the correlation? So correlation is nothing, how we can handle the dynamic values in the script, that is known as the correlation. So that is very easy to identify also. Whatever the value we are doing the hard coded, that is known as the parameterization, and whatever the value is dynamically changing from the server side, that is known as the correlation. Okay, hope everyone has been cleared. Okay, so thanks to all watching that video, and we successfully completed our the loader session there. And if anyone have other doubts, if anyone have thought okay that course has been missed, so just comment on the comment box. I will try to cover those session also for the load runner tool. Apart of the load runner, we already started the Jenkins session, and Dynatrace session we already finished. So Jenkins session is going on, and soon we will I will announce what the next plan for after Jenkins. Okay, so please share the videos to your colleague and watch it, and if you have any doubt, just please comment at the comment box, and share the videos on your friend and colleagues as soon as possible, and reach out to the all people whoever have the doubt, and comment in the comment box. And one most important thing just I want to tell you, already a part of that video session I completed the successfully one batch separately for the load runner, where I provided the training to the people, so they are able to do the work there also on the organization level. So just please go and watch the video, and whenever you have the doubt, just please come back. We'll try to solve the questions and the script as soon as possible. Okay, thanks to all. Thank you so much guys for keep and support my the video channel.